you're so fun to follow. It's constantly reinventing yourself. I mean, I was blown away by your new project.
Yes.
80 seconds around the world.
Yes.
The quality of the video is just another level, really, and jealous, frankly, and everything else. How do you travel around the world while doing so many things?
So what I'm doing requires me to do what I'm doing well, requires me to travel around the world. So I've been traveling around the world for a while. My mom and the people around me had no idea where I was, what I was doing, and I didn't really have time to share my experiences with anyone. And I was looking for a way to try to do that.
Right.
And create something that might be interesting for people, and quite frankly, so far, I'm not trying to build a media company. It's for my mom and for my best friend.
I understand.
And if someone else is interested, great. And it will be great to show to my grandchildren that once I was going around and this is what I thought. It gave me a very, very interesting perspective on cities. It forces me to look at cities, from inside out and not just being there and do a business meeting. Since I'm working with cities and on cities, I wanted to create a framework in which I am encouraged and pressured to look for facts, look for opportunities, look for insights, and have a takeaway. Not just go for a hotel, a meeting, and go to the airport.
What I appreciate about your video and being one who is from the media industry, right away I can see that you understand focus. You say no to saying so many things, but just focus on smart city, focus on innovation, technology, and nothing else. I thought, and
it took me a long time.
Very quickly you understand where this person, what this person is trying to tell you.
Yes.
And doing 2 minutes video is so much more difficult than 2 hours video.
True, but I have such a room to improve this, and I'm tweaking it. I also think that doing the 2 minutes video is the only meaningful thing these days for the audience that I'm talking to, because they have no time. The audience, I mean, beyond my mom, I'm sure she would watch my 2 hours long videos as
people
well.
Like me?
People like the people we're working with, people like us. We don't.
But
we can't watch.
Your audience is not everyone, really.
Yes.
It's slightly, and I'm giving compliment to myself. Well-read, more sophisticated, well-traveled, but deep thinkers.
Yeah, I would say so. I'm literally just trying to create something for people like us that is, crispy and gives just one insight that we didn't really think about before. Because quite frankly, when you think about London, my most recent video that I published yesterday, when I think about London, you don't really think about, data privacy, ownership and mobility, a term that I didn't actually even know before, like that in this one sentence, before I had 2 days of conversations with various people that work in data ethics and, once again, privacy and policy, and I never, I talk about data with people around the world, but in London there was so much thinking put into it that I said, okay, well, this seems to be the capital of data, privacy, mobility and ownership thinking, so at least from what I experienced. And that's what I want to share with people. If you think about London, think next time about data thinking, because that seems to me more sophisticated than anywhere else in the world I'm traveling. And that's all I'm sharing. I'm not saying it is, but that's what I experienced.
So you're doing a fantastic job, even being a rookie with about 5 videos being uploaded. It looks like you're a very seasoned producer of your own work, which, if you look at your resume, it makes sense.
Yes,
so you have unfair advantage. What do you learn, from this experience on, going around filming things? Because, it doesn't seem like you're the one holding camera all the time. You're very strategic in putting various different clips all together.
Yes.
Yeah, and very smart about it, and it looks great.
Yes.
That's the bottom line.
Yes.
But you know, what are some of the things that that cause you to do what you do?
Mm.
You know, the way you edit, the way you tell the story.
I have quite frankly, I just have a fantastic editor. You know, all I care about is the message that will go out, and we work so extremely well together. I don't even need to give much guidance anymore. It's his name is Charlie Stewart, the gentleman that Natalie was my girlfriend was referring to in the video.
Okay.
That was published about her by Drew Binsky. And Charlie was featured in that video, so the viewers can find Charlie in Drew Binsky's video about Natalie Chan about Pakistan.
And very subtly, he was marking his territory. Natalie Chan is taken.
Oh yes, very important, totally taken. And Charlie Stewart is taken too, but you know, if you pay him enough, I'm sure he will find time.
And everyone has a price.
He's an extremely talented young man.
What I'm hearing here is, you see, for me, I literally have to spend a lot of time working with someone.
Yeah.
And if you can find the right people, it's worth the money.
Incredible. And just to refer back to the Greater Bay Area business, and you gave me compliments about how I'm networking in different groups. Quite frankly, you can do it to a certain level, but now I have a great partner that can
delegate.
I wouldn't say delegate, but she's probably better in certain circles. I'm better in certain circles. She's better in certain areas. I'm better at certain areas. And
so you complement each other very well.
It's very difficult to find a life partner. It's very difficult to find people you like to work with and you can work with, and very difficult to find a business partner. But anyway, once you have them, yes, indeed, try to keep them. And Charlie, for me, just to go back to the videos, is like that. I don't want to work with anyone else anymore. You know, the editing comes from him. The concept came from us. I have a background in advertising, so these are way more advertising videos or advertising style videos than documentaries, documentary style. I also produced the documentary before in my life. So the Helper documentary in Hong Kong, which basically what we were very lucky with is that we had enjoyed the support of an entire community. We crowdfunded this project with my partner Joanna Bowers, and it was by far the most rewarding project in my life I've ever done. My only feature-length documentary to date, but we had a great cinematic run in Hong Kong and Singapore, and we also committed ourselves to give back the vast majority of the commercial revenue to charities. So it was a very, very complex, complete and meaningful project, and that convinced me I had to do more in media. I wanted to use media as a way of creating social impact and awareness, and partly these short videos about cities is about awareness, and hopefully this can grow into something bigger. I don't necessarily have a vision or desire for that, but every time you do something comes out of it. You know, there is no action without reaction. So I knew that by doing this, something good will come because the intention is good. And I always think that everything can be just as good as its DNA. And if you do something with good DNA, something good will come out of it. So I'm doing this very genuinely with the right person, Charlie, with the right intention. I know why I'm doing it. It's absolutely genuine. And I know it will lead to great things. But maybe not a documentary, maybe something that I don't see yet. So.